Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about the world between wars 1900 to 1950, part 2, 14th lesson. Russian Socialist Revolution. A socialist revolution was occurred in the Russia. This revolution is called Russian Socialist Revolution. Now we know about this revolution, how this revolution was happened. These details we are going to learn in this video. Tsarist Russia was a vast landmass spread over two continents and making it a Euro-Asian power. Because this Tsarist Russia spread over in two continents, Europe as well as Asia. Tsarist Russia means Russia ruled by the Tsars. Russia ruled by the Tsars is known as Tsarist Russia. Other name is Russian Empire. So Russian Empire was spread over two continents, that is Europe and Asia. Now I show the Russian Empire on the world map. These are Ural Mountains. This continent is known as Europe. This continent is known as Asia. This continent is Asia. This continent is Europe. This is present Russia. This is the boundary of present Russia. Present Russia existed in two continents. That is, much part of the Russia is located in the Europe, Asia. Less part of the Russia is located in the Europe. Tsarist Russia or Russian Empire consisted of some other nations also during 1900s. During Tsar's rule, this is Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. These 5 countries are at present independent countries, but during the Tsar's rule, these were part of the Tsarist Russia. Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. These 3 continents are also part of the Tsarist Russia. Total 8 countries. Total 8. These 3 countries, these 5 countries, total 8 countries now are independent countries, but they were part of the Tsarist Russia during the rule of Tsars. Now we come to the Europe continent. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova. These 6 countries were part of the Tsarist Russia. And also here is Poland. Some part of the Poland was also part of the Tsarist Russia. Here is Finland. This Finland was also part of the Tsarist Russia. Like this, Tsarist Russia or Russian Empire spread over 2 continents. Less part was in the Europe, major part was in the Asia. Now I show these countries in Asia map. This is Asia map. Present Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. These 8 countries now independent countries, but during the Tsar's rule they were part of the Tsarist Russia or Russian Empire. Now I show the Europe map. This is Russia existed in the Europe continent. This is Ukraine. This is Moldova, Belarus, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. These 6 countries, now these are independent countries, but during the Tsar's rules, these were part of the Tsarist Russia. This is Poland. Some part of the Poland was under control of the Tsarist Russia. This is Finland. Finland also was part of the Tsarist Russia. This is about Tsarist Russia. It had the 3rd largest population in the world, that is 156 million after China and India. During 1900s, China was in the first place, India was in the second place, Tsarist Russia was in the 3rd place according to the population. Look at this population during 1900s. China population 419 million first place, India 1911 census second place 251 millions, Tsarist Russia or Russian Empire 3rd place 156 million. Present situation, China is also first place 1427 millions estimated. India's population second place 1366 million estimated population, but according to 2011 census 1210 millions population are there in our India. Russia population at present situation 9th place 145 million. This is Tsarist Russia. This empire is greater than Russia. Some nations declared independence from the Tsarist Russia. Now some nations are independent countries. So Tsarist Russia is greater than Russia. So now Russia's position is 9th place, approximately 145 million. It comprised of several nations like Russia, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkomania. Another name, Turkomania's other name, Turkmenistan, etc. I already showed these countries on the world map. The livelihood of most Russians was derived from agriculture, and control over land was the basic cause for struggle between peasants and feudal lords. The feudal lords owned most of the lands, and most peasants paid rent for the land they tilled. Tilled ante dunnadam, ploughing cheyadaన్ని tilled antaru. Most of the peasants of Russia depend on the agriculture. Their livelihood is agriculture. Most of the peasants were landless peasants. Peasants occupies more percentage of the people, but few people were feudal lords. Feudal lords were few people, peasants were a large number of people. They have no land, they had much land. This is the cause for struggle between these two groups, peasants group and feudal lords group. Feudal lords give land to the peasants for rent. as there is no option to get another livelihood, peasants must depend on the agriculture. So they went to the feudal lords and asked land for rent, and they paid rent. This is sometimes the rent is high. It is difficult to pay rent to the feudal lords, and also sometimes crops may fail. Sometimes floods occur. Sometimes droughts occur. Like that, peasants face many problems for paying rent to the feudal lords. So this is the cause for struggle between these two groups. Tsar Nicholas II ruled over his vast Roman Empire like any autocrat with the help of the army and bureaucracy. Autocrat, it means in Telugu Niyanta. Autocrat means Niyanta. It means he rules as he like, as he wish. He don't listen any other's suggestion. People must follow his orders, otherwise he will punish those people. That is the feature of the autocrat. Tsar Nicholas II also an autocrat. He ruled Russian Empire with the help of army and bureaucracy. Army helped Nicholas II, and bureaucracy. Bureaucracy means high officials. The officers in high position are called bureaucracy. They helped Nicholas II in ruling. But the Russian economy was bled in the extreme by World War. As Russia entered in the World War and sides with the Allies, it experienced severe loss due to the war. Economically, Russia was damaged. So, this is also one cause for anger in the people. The Russian army was the largest in the world before World War I. Before World War I, Russia has the largest army. Yet, by 1917, the Russia had lost 2 million soldiers and civilians and became the biggest loser of human lives in World War I. In World War I, many soldiers and civilians were died on side of the Russia. Though it has largest army, but it failed. Many soldiers were died in the war. The diversion of food to the war front led to shortage in the cities. Many soldiers were in the battlefield. They need food, so the food is diverted to the battlefield. So shortage of food was occurred in the cities. Many people suffer from hunger due to the lack of food. So this is also one cause for anger among the people. On March 8, 1917, around 10,000 women of the capital Saint Petersburg took out a procession demanding peace and bread. On March 8th, how many women? 10,000 women. What did they do? A procession. They took out a procession. What were the demands? Peace and bread. They don't want war because many civilians were dying, many soldiers were dying, food shortage is occurring. So the women want peace and bread. It means food. They want peace and food. At that time, which was the capital? Saint Petersburg. Tsarist Russia's capital was Saint Petersburg. I show where is the Saint Petersburg. Look at this. This is the Saint Petersburg. This is the Baltic Sea. This is the Baltic Sea. This is the Saint Petersburg. This was the capital at the time of Tsar Nicholas II. This is Moscow. Now at present it is the capital of the Russia. This is Moscow. This is Saint Petersburg. You look at this picture. He is Tsar Nicholas II. Workers joined them in this protest. Workers also joined with the women who are who are conducting procession. Unnerved at the protest in the capital, Tsar Nicholas II ordered the army to suppress the demonstrators, even by firing at them. So, Tsar Nicholas II got angry against the people who participated in the procession, and he ordered army to suppress the demonstrators. Demonstrators means who participated in the procession, even by firing. He also said the army, if necessary, fire on the people and suppress the procession. Instead, the soldiers joined the demonstrators. Actually, what have they to do? Soldiers has to suppress the demonstrators, but soldiers are also angry with the Nicholas II. So they joined with the demonstrators. So women, workers, soldiers all together participated in the demonstration. How can Tsar Nicholas II suppress the procession? He can't do anything without help of army. In just 2 days, the situation went so much out of hand that the Tsar abdicated and non-aristocratic Russians made a provisional government. So, Tsar Nicholas II thought that I can't control the procession. Now, I have to abdicate the power. So, he abdicated the power. Tsar's rule was ended with this revolution. In his place, provisional government came. In the provisional government, non-aristocratic Russians are there in the provisional government. Who are they? They were the leaders of the first revolution who led the revolution. These persons temporarily formed a government, that is the provisional government. This government rules until elections were conducted. Elections will be conducted. Until then, this government rules the Russia. This was the first Russian Revolution of 1917, and it was called the March Revolution. It was happened in the March 8th, 1917. March 8th, this date is Gregorian date. There are two types of calendars, Gregorian, Julian. In Russia, two revolutions were occurred. First revolution, second revolution. First revolution occurred February or March. According to the Julian calendar, first revolution happened in the February. According to the Gregorian calendar, first revolution happened in the March. So, this is called February Revolution or March Revolution. The second revolution happened in the October according to the Julian calendar, happened in the November according to the Gregorian calendar. So, second revolution also called October Revolution or November Revolution. In the next video, we know about the second revolution and what is the Gregorian calendar and what is the Julian calendar. We learn in the next video. Thank you.